Ice Cube, I'm planning on meeting with you.
When you planning on meeting with me?
Well, sometime in the future.
What do you mean sometime in the future?
Well, my approval rating is only at 47% right now, so I need my approval rating to be at least a couple of points lower before I go out here and start making overtures to pro-blacks like you.
So when are you going to want to meet with me?
When my approval rating is about 2%.
Man, this is some bullshit.
Now available in paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, Taking Care of Business. The man who rules the world breaks in a brand new partner to help him take care of business in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get John Haynes, Taking Care of Business at paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere.
On February 3rd, your Ice Cube said that Joe Biden's team reached out to him. And he said that they haven't talked yet and they're trying to figure out when they could have this meeting and how they're going to have it. And he believed it would go down sometime in February. Well, now it is March and your Ice Cube still has not met with your president, Joe Biden, who said that he wanted to have a meeting with Ice Cube in 2020. So your Ice Cube has basically been put on hold for almost 1.25 years, and he's still waiting for his meeting with Joe Biden. Now, I find it interesting that your Ice Cube is still waiting for a meeting, yet your Joe Biden in the past couple of months has made overtures to your baby boomer bootlicks in things like his voting rights bill and his black female Supreme Court justice. So that really shows me that your Joe Biden really isn't serious about meeting with Ice Cube, and he's not really serious about going out here and discussing a black agenda. And the big problem with your Ice Cube, as I see it, is that he doesn't really see how he's being played for a fool by your joker, Joe Biden. Now, in the world of business, when somebody is serious about meeting with someone, they almost meet with them immediately. They don't put off meeting with an individual they are serious about having a discussion with. No, when a person is serious about having a meeting with someone, they put them on their immediate schedule and they find time to go meet with them. So basically, what your Joe Biden is doing is he's giving your Ice Cube the runaround because he does not respect Ice Cube as a person, and he does not respect him as somebody who he believes is somebody he needs to take seriously in political circles. And the reason why people don't see Ice Cube as somebody they take seriously in political circles is due to the way he conducted business in the beginning. Now, back in 2020, your Ice Cube came out here with his contract with Black America, but sadly, because he did not understand the political process, he wound up going out here and making major social faux pas. Now, the first social faux pas that your Ice Cube made was sending proposals to Donald Trump and Joe Biden, and that is not something a person does when they are looking to gain political power. No, just like the late great David Carroll tried to tell everyone, when you're out here looking to gain political power, you go out here and you make sure you have a base of people who you can show that are a voting bloc. And the black community has shown that it is not a solid voting bloc to any politician that anyone needs to take seriously, because they vote straight down a ticket, and because they vote straight down a blue ticket, people take their votes for granted. So why should anyone take a Ice Cube seriously as related to his contract with Black America when they are ensured they're going to get those blue votes? That's the critical question somebody should have posed to Ice Cube before he brought out his contract with Black America. That are you going to show that the black voting bloc is going to take some action that will make people take the black voting bloc seriously? Now, if the black voting bloc wants to be taken seriously, they have to show that they won't be taken for granted. And in the 2020 election, black people showed that they were not somebody anyone needed to take seriously, because they went out here in large numbers voting down a blue ticket and putting Joe Biden in office, giving him cities, counties, and even states, and never asking for anything in return. That's how your Joe Biden felt like he could just go out here and treat the black vote with contempt in 2020, when he said he wasn't going to do anything for black people. And this is also why your Joe Biden dismisses people like Ice Cube, leaving them waiting for over a year while they're in office. Meanwhile, he has time to meet with Afghans, he has time to meet with your Mexicans and other non-citizens, and he has time to give illegal immigrants almost six figures or $500,000, and he has time to go out here and give Afghans all sorts of business loans and all sorts of money, but he doesn't have time to meet with Ice Cube. Again, showing the black voter that he has no respect for the black vote, and he has no respect for Ice Cube as a person, because he does not see Ice Cube as someone he takes seriously. Because in the business world, when people see someone as someone they take seriously, again, they clear their schedule to go meet with those individuals. They don't put off that person for over a year and a quarter and then go out here and make a gesture in February saying, oh, we're reaching out to you and we're trying to figure out how you can have a meeting. No, they go out here and make time to make a meeting for you because they see you as somebody serious. And again, it's all due to Ice Cube approaching this in the absolute wrong way, because he doesn't understand that you have to have a voting block in order to do things, and you also have to have an agenda once you form that voting block. And once you form that voting block and you have your agenda, you don't go out here and reach out to somebody else's candidate. No, you pick your own candidate. And when you pick your own candidate, you are guaranteed to get your agenda passed, because this individual is somebody you're sending out here to get your work done. And once you send them out there to get your work done, if they don't come back with results, that's when you terminate that individual in the next election. That's how it works in the real world for everybody else but black people, and that's because most black people still do not understand political process. And they don't understand political process because they don't understand how leadership works. When you understand how leadership works, it's like this. A leader delegates tasks to people to go out here and do, and they pick the people to ensure that those tasks get completed. And if that person does not go out here and complete the tasks you sent them out to do, that person is terminated and removed from your organization. When you want results, you don't go out here asking for results. No, you go out here and you demand results because you are the one in charge and you are delegating these tasks to be completed. It's almost similar to how the organized crime operates when the Don goes out here and he delegates tasks to his lieutenants. He's demanding that they go out here and get those things done as related to their organization. And if those people do not go out here and get those tasks done, then he's going to deal with those individuals, and it's not going to be pretty. Your Ice Cube approached this all in the wrong fashion by sending out proposals, and by sending out proposals, he came from a position of weakness because when you send out a proposal, it is a passive gesture, and when you participate in a passive gesture, no one needs to take you seriously. This is something I learned over the course of years when I was out here submitting query letters to publishers and literary agents, and the whole thing is that's a passive gesture to say, hey, I want you to take a look at my book, but an active gesture is saying, I'm not going to sit here and wait for you to look at my book. No, I'm going to put the book together and I'm going to create a tangible product and I'm going to present the tangible product to the customer. I'm going to go directly to the customer and go out here and get something done. I'm not going to look to try to go through a channel, through a middleman and a group of middlemen who will go out here and make excuses and give me the runaround. No, I'm going to go straight and demand what I want, and I'm going to delegate those tasks as related to the agenda towards getting done. And that's something your Ice Cube didn't understand, and he's sitting here still waiting almost a year and 3 months after the 2020 election for a meeting, and still waiting for them to try to figure out how they're going to meet with him over a black agenda. And this really shows again how your Ice Cube really does not understand political process, and he also doesn't understand how business works. Again, just a man who's in business, who is serious about meeting with people, is going to meet with those people sooner rather than later. I mean, if Joe Biden can go out here and meet with your bootlicking Jim Clyburn, he can go out here and meet with your Supreme Court justice nominee who is married to a white man, and he can meet with them over the course of a year, and he can talk about a voting rights bill as related to John Lewis. Then why can't he make time for a man who came before all of that business? Why can't he make time for a man who came before all of those things? And that is because he does not respect Ice Cube. He does not respect his agenda. And this is the message he is sending to Ice Cube, that you are not a priority. And the whole thing is, most black people, they don't really see the big picture with, again, how your Joe Biden continues to express disdain for the black vote. And that is even in the face of seeing your Terry McAuliffe beat Glenn Youngkin. He still continues to express contempt and disdain for the black voter. And sadly, your Ice Cube does not have the critical thinking skills to see how he's not a priority and how this is the reason why black people need to come together and form their own black agenda. And we also need to start picking our own candidates, because that's the only way we are going to get tangibles in exchange for a black vote, is if we go out here, create our own agenda, not some hand-picked, manufactured contract with black America. No, if Ice Cube wants a contract with black America, he needs to create a black voting bloc, and he needs to go out here and talk to all of these black people who will tell you exactly what they want. And then we go out here and find our own candidate, not from these hand-picked shills and bootlicks from the black elite, but we go out here and find our black candidate from the best and brightest in our community, and we go out here and find our black candidate, and we tell him or her that they better bring the tangibles back, and if they don't bring the tangibles back, then we're going to boot them out and bring somebody else in who will bring the tangibles. This is all about leadership and setting a direction, and your Ice Cube really is showing that he is a novice as a leader as related to political power. Yes, he may be a popular celebrity, but he has a lot to learn about leadership, and the way he is leading is coming from a position of weakness. He is following Joe Biden's lead, and your Joe Biden is running him around, having him chase his tail, and he is not treating him the way a man needs to be treated. And this is something that is flying over the head of your Ice Cube, who is probably thinking, oh, I'm going to try to hustle a few dollars, and as related to being in these black Hollywood circles, but this is setting black people back, because you have a guy who says he wants to help black people, but he can't see how him not understanding how the subtleties of a political situation are hampering black leadership, and it's also setting a bad example, because when you go out here and you come from a position of weakness, you make it harder for black men as a collective to be taken seriously, and you make it harder for us to go out here and make some real inroads to go out here and get a black agenda being presented and getting us tangibles in exchange for the black vote. Now, if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, and my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. And if you want to pick up some of my positive black fiction on the SJS Direct imprint, like the ISIS series, the E-Steam series, the John Haynes series, and the books of the Spinsterella trilogy, you can find those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them on Smashwords, the iBook Store, and Google Play. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Coming to paperback and e-readers, ISIS Legacy. The sorority secrets of the goddess next door are revealed in this all-new ISIS series adventure. Pre-order your copy of ISIS Legacy on Amazon.com today.